Are these the Space Marines you've been looking for?
Spiky bits.
What's up, Hobby Maniacs? Rob Baer back again with you today with this week's new releases. Okay, so they're not 100% new releases. These are the actual contents or part of the contents that come in the current Burning of Prospero core box set from Games Workshop, which is an incredible deal retail-wise once you start adding up what is soon to be the contents of the box that are available separately. So first off, we have the Mark III Space Marines and the Tartaros Terminators coming in hot. These are two great kits by themselves. They're not a bad value, $50 for these guys right here, Mark III Marines, and $60 for the Tartaros Terminators. Which, at face value, you know, your normal Space Marine Tactical Squad is $40, so this is a little bit more expensive. It does come with a few more options than the normal Space Marine Squad. You don't get a lot of combis and things, but it does come with a lot more stuff. But maybe more importantly is that it has the styling of the Forge World Iron Armor Mark III that you can buy separately, and of course it's way more expensive to purchase these guys from them. They first started out being available in the Badab War series back in 2010. Then Horus Heresy hit about 2 years later. They became a big thing like Mark III Marines. You know, you can field them in your Wars of the Heresy, and then fast forward to 2015 when we got the Betrayal at Cal. 2016 we got the Burning of Prospero. So now plastic Mark III and Mark IV Marines are all in vogue, but there is still a plethora of upgrade sprues for all of the legions, just about, I think, on Forge World's site. Everything's been redesigned and re-engineered to use the particular style of plastic kit here. So unless you're buying the specific legion guys, then a lot of the upgrade kits will definitely work with the Mark III armors here. And the same can be said for the Tartaros Terminators as well. Now, rules-wise, these guys are great because I think they're the ones that can sweep and advance in 30K. They're a little bit better at moving but their save's a little bit lower, and they're not quite as good as the Cataphractii ones from the line as well, which we saw with the Betrayal at Cal. You know, miniatures wise, $60, not too bad of a deal when you figure the normal Space Marine Terminator squad's $50. Way cooler styling, definitely more options, but again, these are something that is currently available for Forge World for a pricier tag. So once you start to kind of, you know, take that into consideration, then it starts to become apparent why Games Workshop did what they did. I'm not blaming them, but it is the invisible hand of the market. It is always at work in the things we do, and Games Workshop pricing is no different, I suppose. Now, the kits themselves, also to compare value, the Blood Angel kit, I think the new Blood Angel Terminator kit's $65. Grey Knight Terminators are $50, but they've been around since 2011. So just to give you an idea on price points, of course, the Cataphractii armor that came out separately are also $60, and of course the Mark IV armor that came out separately from the Betrayal at Cal are $50 as well. So they're on par with their sister kits from the Betrayal at Cal, these being, of course, the Burning of Prospero kits. But again, they're higher than your stock Space Marine kits just because the fact that they do have that tie-in with Forge World, I suppose. Again, I'm not an expert at these things. I just spot out obvious trends when I see them and communicate them as best as possible, right? Now, as far as the kits themselves go, they're fantastically styled. You could even say they're probably better than their initial offerings with the Betrayal at Cal. I think both kits are definitely styled better. I think Games Workshop had some lessons learned when it came to how to engineer these guys. Now here you can see some of the weapons that come in here. Lightning Claws, of course Power Fist, Chain Fist. The Power Fist pretty much comes standard unless you're taking a Stormbolter. You do have the option for Volkite Charger, which doesn't have any rules in 40k. Grenade Harness, which doesn't have any rules in 40k. Heavy Flamer. And Power Sword, Power Fist, of course, comes stock. Reaper Chain, or Reaper Autocannon, and a Plasma Blaster, which would just, you know, not necessarily be anything you can take in 40k. Again, unless they come out with Tartaros pattern armor rules for 40k, which they might do. You know, there might be a little supplement that comes out, just like we saw with them put the Betrayal at Cal stuff into the Angels of Death book and also put it out on their site. So here's what you get in the contents. You get the new Burning of Prospero decal sheet, Legion decal sheet, or Ultramarine decal sheet, which is generic stuff, 40 mil bases, instruction manual on the 2-sprue kit right here, which we can take a quick look at before we hit the instruction manual right here. Again, if you've seen the Burning of Prospero, this is probably all new stuff to you, but if you haven't, then obviously you're very interested in this. Here's the options here for the Lightning Claws that they do separate. Remember, your Power Fists do come stock and you can attach the Lightning Claw to it, same with the Chain Sword. kind of different from how they did the cataphractii armor. Those were all like separate arms. So there you go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And your legs are separate because it's a little bit better posing, I feel like. 2-part storm bolters, again, better posing for what the sculpts are. Like I said, Games Workshop definitely learned. There was a way more lessons learned with this release than there was with the initial cataphractii armor coming out of the Betrayal at Calth. And then here is all your special weapons. Here's your chain sword or chain fist attachments, your shoulder pads, your Volkite charger, your 2-part torsos front and back, power sword, captain stuff, the mount for your squad automatic weapon or squad heavy weapon, depending on what you want to do. I guess the heavy flamer or the auto cannon would be considered both. And there it is, super easy kit. The barrel itself is also 2 pieces, leading, kind of going along with my philosophy of these are a better designed kit than their cataphractii counterparts. I love the kit, I love the Tartaros armors. I have a squad of Tartaros armor from the Blood Angels when they first came out. They were actually released in Finecast material right around the same time as GW was experimenting with Finecast. It was universally panned by the community, and we haven't seen a whole lot of, air quotes, Forge World releases in the Finecast material since then. But unfortunately, I still have those models. I love them. I'll never get rid of them. But they are what they are. And then for the next box, the Mark III Iron Armor, we get the same transfer sheaths. This is a 3-part kit. Again, going along with my previous statement of I think this kit is very well engineered as well. Way better than the Mark IV stuff. So here's the 2-part legs all the way across the board to get that more dynamic posing. The arm sets, remember, these always match up to each other. You got to look at the styling of the arm. They actually match, believe it or not. There is numbers in the guide if you want to do it that way too, but there's kind of 2 different approaches there. Then you have your close combat weapon, your 2-part backpack. Again, fantastic styling. The barrels or the exhaust ports are basically bored out for you and highly detailed. Not completely bored out, but they look very dynamic. And then you have the leg crest. Here's your option for the shoulder, the power fist / lightning claw, depending on what you want to do. Automatic weapons right there. Also a thunder hammer if you want to go that route. And then the front plates. The torso, of course, is the clamp pack or clamshell kind of 2-part that we've come to expect for Space Marines. All of the helms right there, all the shoulder pads, and I think this is the Ferox pattern. I actually forgot which one it is. I want to say it's the Ferox pattern bolter right there that goes along with those. You can buy the different style of bolters on Forge World's site, but that was part of the allure back in the day when they put out all of these fantastic Legion Marines, and now we have them in plastic. And I feel like they are, for being plastic, they are almost on par with Forge World styling, but not quite there because you never can truly match the styling of resin over plastic, or resin with plastic, or the detail adhesion there. So here you can see some of the options that you're going to get in here. There's the Thunder Hammer, there's the Power Sword, the Heavy Bolter that comes with it, your Plasma Gun, your Lightning Claw, which can also be subbed out for a Power Fist for that particular arm option right there, Chain Swords, your Close Combat Weapons for the Mans, and your Plasma Gun. I think there's also a Melta option in here if I'm not mistaken. So there it is. Great looking kits now available separately, but you know, I don't have to tell you that the better value, of course, is to buy the Burning of Prospero box itself. For $150, you get 3 of these squads, which right there is the cost of the box set compared to the retail price. You do get the Tartaros pattern armor. You get a squad of the Custodes, which is soon to be a $60 release. You get a squad of the Sisters of Silence, which is soon to be a $40 release. And you get the 2 characters that come in the box set as well. So I think overall, if you're looking to bone up on your reinforcements for your Marine chapter, it's probably the better route to go to pick up the Burning of Prospero. But if you don't need all of those miniatures, well, these single box items are a great value as well. So either way you look at it, good stuff coming out of Games Workshop this week regardless. And then next week we will see the Talons of the Emperor box come out, which will contain said Sisters of Silence and Adeptus Custodes, along with some other releases. I believe it's a Rhino, a Land Raider, and a Contemptor Pattern Dreadnought that will feature a MSRP base savings of over $100, almost 32% off to be precise. So check that one out next week. We'll be back, probably live from Adepticon. If you're not going to Adepticon, well, keep it locked to SpikeyBits.com all week for exclusive coverage from the floor of the event. And make sure if you are going to Adepticon that you find us. We'll be at our Long War Doubles event on Friday all day. You can check us out there. Come by, say hi, shake our hands, It'll be fun.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. Thelongwar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos.